Some objects are too dangerous to touch, some too cursed to even look at. From paintings that drive people to madness, to dolls that move on their own. These are the stories museums fear to tell you. But we will. One, the Dybbuk box claimed to hold a malevolent spirit. Anyone who owns it suffers from extreme bad luck, illness, and paranormal torment. Location: previously sold on eBay, now privately held. The Dybbuk box's origins stretch back to Poland, tied to the horrors of World War II. It was said to have been crafted to trap a Dybbuk, a malicious, wandering spirit from Jewish folklore, a soul too twisted to find peace. When the box resurfaced at an estate sale in Oregon in 2001, all hell broke loose to the anguished man painting said to be painted with the artist's own blood. The painting brings ghostly apparitions, disembodied screams, and poltergeist activity. Location: private collection in the UK. The anguished man is a grotesque canvas, painted with the artist's own blood, each brushstroke filled with agony and despair. The artist killed himself immediately after completing it. The painting's curse manifested almost immediately. Owners reported shadows slithering across walls, the sound of disembodied screams in the dead of night, and the unmistakable sense that someone or something was standing behind them. 3. Annabelle, the doll possessed by a sinister entity, kept locked in a glass case at the Warren Occult Museum. Location: formerly in Connecticut, USA Museum, currently closed. A psychic claimed Annabelle was possessed by the spirit of a young girl, but the Warrens, famous demonologists, knew better. The doll wasn't haunted, it was a conduit, a vessel for something that was never human. A predatory entity that used the doll's innocent face to lure its victims closer. 4. The Busby Stoop Chair, a cursed chair said to kill anyone who dare sit in it. Location: First Museum, England. In 1702, a man named Thomas Busby was hanged for murder. His final request was to have one last drink sitting in his favorite chair. After his execution, people who dared sit in the chair suffered horrific fates: sudden illness, fatal accidents, or mysterious suicides. 5. The Hope Diamond gem said to bring misfortune and violent death to its owners. Location: Smithsonian Museum, Washington, D.C. Legend claims it was stolen from a sacred statue, a theft that awakened something ancient and vengeful. Kings were beheaded, heirs murdered, and wealthy collectors lost everything. The curse followed the diamond wherever it went. A trail of blood and fortune lost. 6. The hands resist him, painting, a painting found on eBay that caused paranormal disturbances and nightmares for anyone who owned it. Location: private collection. Each time the painting changes owners, the activity intensifies, almost as if the painting itself feeds on attention, growing more alive the longer it's feared. If you made it this far, be sure to like and subscribe. 7. The Myrtle's Plantation mirror said to contain the trapped spirits of murdered slaves, leaving handprints and ghostly faces in the glass. Location: Myrtle's Plantation, Louisiana. Guests have reported seeing handprints appear from nowhere, pressed against the glass, even when no one is near. Phantom figures in old-fashioned clothing drift across the reflection, only to vanish when you turn around. Some say the mirror is a spiritual wound, a thin spot between our world and theirs, where the dead are drawn not by choice, but by something inside the glass. 8. The cursed amethyst stolen from an Indian temple. It's said to bring illness, financial ruin, and despair to all who touch it. Location: hidden in the vault of a museum in London. 9. Robert the doll. If you disrespect Robert, he will curse you. His glass case is covered in apology letters from those who mocked him. Location: Key West, Florida. Neighbors swore they saw Robert moving from window to window, watching them. Objects were found shattered and destroyed, always with Robert sitting nearby. Even now, Robert sits in a glass case at the Fort East Martello Museum. Hundreds of apology letters surround him, written by visitors who dare to mock him, only to suffer unimaginable bad luck. Car crashes, house fires, and sudden deaths. 9. The Thomas Busby execution scaffold. The entire scaffold platform where Busby was hanged is said to curse all who touch it. Location: lost to history, though remnants may exist. 10. The Bellavoy Mansion chair, the death chair. In the heart of Pennsylvania's Bellavoy Mansion, a stunning antique chair sits in the Blue Room. Carved from dark wood, its velvet cushion inviting, yet no one will sit in it. The mansion itself is already infamous for ghostly phenomena: shadows sliding beneath doors, voices whispering from locked rooms. But the chair is different. It's not just haunted, it's hungry. Some psychics claim the chair acts as a spiritual trap, pulling its victims' souls into itself, feeding whatever dark force claimed the house long before anyone dared build there. They call it the Chair of Death. Anyone who dares to rest on that cursed seat dies within a matter of weeks. Whether by accident, illness, or their own hand, death always comes. These are just some of the most haunted artifacts. But what about the ones so dangerous they were sealed away forever? Join us next time, if you dare, when we unlock the vault of forbidden relics and ancient curses.